whatever is required to ensure that Indian telecom products and services become your first choice for your telecom needs. I congratulate TEPC, the organizer of this event, for bringing all the stakeholders at one platform for B2B meeting. TEPC has done a commendable job in line with their vision to make India a globally competitive telecom products, manufacturing, and services hub for driving telecom export. I am sure that you all will have a fruitful business meeting here. I suggest TEPC to have similar meet abroad in focused countries so that we can showcase the entire end-to-end telecom products and services capabilities that exist in India in a way that is relevant to that country and hence increase the cooperation between countries. I inaugurate this buyer-seller meet and wish all the success to Indian Telecom 2016 and exclusive International B2B Business Expo 2016. I welcome you all once again and wish you a very pleasant stay in New Delhi and this event a great success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I now request Mr. Rakesh Bhatnagar, DG TPC, to give vote of thanks. Subject Minister can, and then you can continue with sir, your address. Vote of thanks. So I think, sir, Mr. Rajesh Tuli, why don't you come here? Because he was supposed to give vote of thanks. Please come.
Honorable Minister of Communication, Shri Manoj Sinha ji, respected Secretary Telecom, Shri J.S. Deepak ji, respected Secretary DIPP, Shri Ramesh Abhishek ji, other senior government officials, our guests and foreign dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to extend a vote of thanks today on this occasion. I, on behalf of TPC, and the domestic telecom fraternity extend a very warm, hearty vote of thanks to all the speakers who would follow very soon for gracing this occasion and provide us the valuable inputs on areas of cooperation that exist with the international telecom fraternity. I must at this stage mention my deep sense of appreciation to the Government of India, without whose efforts in sponsoring, monitoring, and encouraging a series of these buyer-seller meets over the last 3 years, industry would not have flourished, our exports would not have taken off. Industry is thankful for such a deep-rooted support of the government, and that the testimony exists in the form of august presence of Minister himself, along with senior-most officers from Ministry of Telecom as well as Ministry of Commerce. This signifies the deep sense of commitment to the proposed agenda. Such backing of the government is an assurance to the international community on India's resolve to succeed in such cooperation agreements that we are going to ink over the next 2 days. This calls for a big round of applause to our government. Without taking any more time, I would extend a very warm vote of thanks to everybody here. Thank you.
So I think we'll continue the program as it is. So now may I request DG R.K. Bhatnagar Sahab to start with his address and give the keynote address, and we will continue with the program.
Good morning, friends. It is a pleasure for me to be amongst an audience from 28 different countries from the world. In fact, the figure could have been touching out almost 37, provided at the last minute some withdrawals actually took place on account of delays in visas, on account of non-connecting flights which could be reaching in time for the event. As far as all the countries in the world are concerned, in the ICT segment, they are making now massive investments. The investments are taking place in the government sector, they are taking place in the private sector. All countries are trying for the infrastructure to be developed. Infrastructure in a way, because in all countries, whether it is that highways, transport highways are there or the broadband highways are there, both need connectivity right up to the last village. So the first cycle of the development in the developing world having already taken place, it is now the developing world where the massive investments are now taking place and they need the support coming in from other countries, and also they need to have their own expertise to carry out the infrastructure development projects in their respective countries. In all the developing countries, massive investments are taking place. As for the numbers are concerned, similar, the figures are there, they are there for India, the figures are there for other countries across the world, and for different years they are having the targets. Some countries may have a target of digital connectivity to be extended right up to the last village by 2017. Some may be interested in the connectivity to be available by say 2020. So the targets may differ, but all countries, they are needing telecom connectivity to be provided up to the last village in their countries. In India also, the government, after the new government came in, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, he took a big initiative as far as the Digital India exercise is concerned. So the initiatives like Digital India, Skill India, financial inclusions, bringing the masses into the banking sector, Startup India, then initiatives on smart cities, all these type of developments, they have started taking place in the last 2 years. And they are gathering momentum. Now, as we are having the delegates from 28 different countries, I would like to say India gives a very good advantage for doing business. They can implement infrastructure projects in their countries at a much reduced cost as possible. At the same time, Indian companies will be ready to share the technology also. Technology transfer and skill development will be the new support activities which will be coming. And as far as the cost of the support is concerned, because once the people are trained through our initiatives for maintaining the systems, maintaining the digital connectivity in your countries, that also will be much easier. India has already established a brand image as far as the IT segment is concerned. Now, as far as the telecom segment is also concerned, so in this also we are now taking a lead, so that overall in the ICT segment also, brand India should be #1 target across the world. As far as TEPC is concerned, Telecom Equipment and Services Export Promotion Council, we are trying to provide support to the ICT segment across the length and breadth of the country. Even in India, we are having the literacy challenges also in some parts. We are having large population. The scenario of digital divide is also there. In fact, the similar type of requirements are there across the world also in the developing countries. So, as far as the TBC is concerned, it can be a natural platform to build the synergies between the developing world and India in the ICT segment. As I've already indicated, cost-effective equipments, highly skilled professionals, and software and expert solutions to address the challenges, because the challenges in different countries, they are different. So, we'll try to address the challenges of the respective countries. As far as the TEP is concerned, we are trying to adopt a new approach because many times 1 and 1 can be, it can be 2 also, or it can be 11 also. We are trying to take the advantage of the expertise available across the industry, and we are trying to have a consortium based approach for the implementation of end-to-end projects across the countries. TBC members, they are having expertise in the areas of mobile segment, optical fiber segment, mobile towers, antennas, radio networking, planning of telecom networks, including mobile networks, consultancy support, regulatory support, solar powered digital villages, SDH equipments, implementation of universal service obligations and rural networks, software development applications, and end-to-end solutions. So with the consortium based approach coming in the over a period of last 1 year, we decided that we should go for a project oriented approach, and TPC through its members, we are offering implementation of the projects in developing countries, and these relate to the broadband and infrastructure development solutions through fiber and mobile segment. Our Honorable Prime Minister, on 5th September, he had gone to Asian India Summit at Law. Therein, I am just quoting his statement: seamless digital connectivity between India and Southeast Asia is a shared objective. India is committed to master plan on Asian connectivity. We also propose to commit a line of credit of 1 billion to promote projects that support physical and digital connectivity between India and Asian countries. So based on the announcement from the Prime Minister, TPC has already prepared a set of the projects for the 6 Asian countries. It includes interconnectivity connecting India, Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. Of course, we are planning to have Philippines also, which are having a disaster and earthquake type of scenarios exist. Indonesia is another country, another Asian country, where they are having thousands of villages without digital connectivity. So as part of the announcement from the Prime Minister, so we have already prepared a set of the projects, sent across the projects to these governments, and over a period of next 2 months, our teams will be visiting with a team of about 10 to 15 companies will be visiting these countries, and will be having a business to business meetings in these countries on the identification of the possible projects. Another country, Bangladesh, their telecom minister had visited India a month back. We had made a presentation to them. Some of the delegates are staying in Meridian Hotel, so therein the meeting had taken place. And based on our presentation, the government of Bangladesh, they have sent across a communication saying that whatever TPC has offered is firmly in line with the Digital Bangladesh 2021, and they appreciated the support provided by India. As far as the projects in various countries are concerned, there are 4 categories of projects. We are coming from 28 countries. Many of these countries also, the projects are being formulated. They relate to the provisioning of the GSM and broadband internet services in remote villages, and all these are going to be solar powered digital villages. The villages where there is no even electricity, so there also you will have the digital connectivity will be available. Then in India, we are having a lot of research and development activities, they are taking place. So possibilities of technology transfers, that is another set of the projects. Broadband, optical fiber infrastructure, highways, this is another set of the projects. And nowadays in all countries, as for the training is concerned, that becomes a very important aspect. So training modules covering the optical fiber segment, the mobile segment, and the telecom regulatory issues is going to be part of our projects. Some of the projects for other countries include Bhutan, Iran, Kenya, Tanzania, Mozambique, South Africa, Mexico, Uganda, South Sudan, and Burundi are some of the countries where we have already prepared a set of the projects. We are having the Deputy Minister from Burundi also over here. So I think they have come up with some requests from their side. In addition, we have prepared some projects for the Commonwealth Telecom countries and for some Pacific countries. While we were formulating these projects, we tried to make use of the expertise available with the TPC members. Incidentally, I myself have worked as I2 expert in almost 10 countries, including 2 countries I just mentioned, Cambodia, Vietnam, that are part of the Asian announcement, and also including Bangladesh also. So today we are having 68 buyers already registered in from 28 countries. Initially we had registration of 99 delegates from 37 countries. Some more delegates will be joining us in Bangalore. And as for the exhibitors representing cross section of the industries, 27 booths are there outside. After this session is over, you will have a possibility of visiting there. We have also arranged 20 parallel sessions will be taking place on business meetings between our esteemed buyers from 28 countries, and then as for the Indian industry is concerned. So about 1,000 sessions are going to take place. Tomorrow field visits have been planned by us for the digital village and R&D center and some other locations of some of the manufacturers who are having their manufacturing facilities around Delhi. Next part of the expo will be taking place at Bangalore on 5th of October, wherein we are having another set of industries over there. Honorable Minister had mentioned about the one event which we had organized at Nairobi from 1st to 3rd September, which had the participation from almost 15 African countries were there, and including 5 at the government level. We intend to have that event next year also, 28th and 29th of August. Next year, we are going to have the event again in Kenya. In addition, as I just mentioned, over a period of next 2 months, we are going to have business expo meetings in which about 15 Indian companies and will like to involve the host governments, and will be going to 6 countries over the course of next 2 to 2.5 months time. As far as this particular event is concerned in Delhi, we are going to have in February again India Telecom event, wherein this time we will be expecting about 127 ICT companies coming in from 50 countries. So that is our target for February this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the sharing vision of TEPC, industry-led initiatives by TEPC and its program. Now, may I invite Mr. Rajiv Malhotra, Chairman and CEO, Bihan Networks Limited, Indian potential as telecom manufacturing hub. In fact, there were 4 GSM technology companies in the world, and 5th is Bihan, and they have developed word GSM as a trademark, their switch, and they are already installed. I think he'll be sharing all those things. So welcome you, sir. Please come.
Thank you, Pathak sir. Honorable Secretary Telecom Shri J.S. Deepak, Secretary DIPP Shri Ramesh Abhishek, government officials and our guests from all the 5 continents. It's my pleasure to be here this morning. And yesterday we marked the birth of father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and he was an ardent exponent of Swadeshi, that is self-reliance. He recommended using everything that was Indian and made within the country, and we remember he used to do everything himself, including spinning clothes for his own requirements, which underscores our vision for the telecom industry today. Now, India is the battle place of communication, telecom, mobile, broadband, everything. 1.2 billion people, cheapest mobile rates in the world, and maybe we can say one of the best telecom services. You can go anywhere and you will find coverage. So I'm going to share with you what we have done, what we can do, what India as a whole can do. And before I start, I would like to share one saying we all have. You may have the best product working everywhere in the world, but there is no guarantee whatsoever of any kind that it will be successful, it will be working in India. But a product designed in India, it is guaranteed it will work everywhere in the world, because we have all those kind of scenarios which people in other countries cannot even think of. So this is our legacy, invention of zero, and we were known as the golden bird, and we have a very high level of educated, trained diaspora, and we are actually the software shop of the whole world. And we are, of course, the leader in mobile phenomena, and the price and the performance and the rollout what we are doing in India, it is simply not available in anywhere in the world. Recently, one of the Indian companies launched the biggest mobile network in the world. Even a 10% of that has not been done by any country in the world, including US or Europe or anywhere. That is the kind of capability India has, the kind of detailing, going to the minute detail and coming out with the solution which works in urban areas, which works in semi-urban, which works in rural, in deserts, in mountains and everywhere. So